Who is she? She has on makeup today. I look like a human being. I have so many books to talk about. It is unreal. Hello friends, and welcome to today's video. In today's video, we are going to be doing a very, very late March wrap-up. We're going to go over all the books that I read in March and just kind of talk about them, tell you my thoughts. What is my hair doing? Tell you my thoughts. In fact, I'm not filming this on the same day as the last video. I think I'm wearing the exact same shirt. But I just happen to live in this shirt because it's the perfect thing for spring. It's not too thick, but it's like thick enough that you're not cold. Anyway, enough rambling. Alright, so we are going to talk about the 22 books, I believe. The 22 books that I read in March. I read a total of 9,004 pages, and my average rating was a 4.19. I did not finish my breakdown. I started it but didn't finish it. Go figure. So here's my breakdown of the different genres I read. I'm gonna go in no particular order because they're kind of all over the place over here. I just kind of stick them in a pile, and then at the end of the month it's just like a you do you thing. So the first book we're going to talk about is American Queen by Sierra Simone. This is part of the new Camelot trilogy. I have read the first and kind of skimmed the second one, but I never finished the series, so I wanted to finish it. So this is about our main character, Greer. Yeah, Greer. I want to make sure I got that right. And she ends up becoming this is basically about the president, the first lady, and the vice president all in a relationship together. It's spicy, it's good. I flew through this. There's not a whole lot of plot in this first one, but towards the end the plot gets going, and then we kind of start seeing where the story is going to go. I gave this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. If you like spicy books, then I highly recommend. A book that I read through audiobook, driving back and forth for work, I read The Inmate by Frida McFadden. We are following our main character, Brooke, and she is a nurse practitioner, and she just became the nurse in a penitentiary. And just so happens one of the inmates she put there. And we follow the story from there. I thought I knew where this was going. I thought I had it guessed. I did not. I gave this 4 stars. I highly enjoyed it. The plot twist got me. It got me. It was one of those where as you're reading, you think you know what it is, but you're totally wrong, you know? We read Chasing the Wild by Elliot Rose. So we are following our main character, Layla, and she is studying to be a vet. And we start off, she has broken up with her, deadbeat boyfriend. She is on the way to drop stuff off at his house. She stops to get gas at this gas station, and her card declines. And what do you know, this hot cowboy comes up, pays for it. They kind of have a moment. And then she gets on her way going up to her boyfriend's house to drop the stuff off. When she gets there, she knocks on the door, and guess who answers? The cowboy. It's her ex-boyfriend's dad. And we followed them from there. It was so good. I gave this 4 stars. I ate this up. I could not put this down. She ends up getting snowed in on the mountain and ends up working for him because she can't make it to her next vet placement. So she ends up working for him, caring for his animals and stuff, and so good. We read First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. This was so freaking good. If you like Sleepless in Seattle, you will love this. So we are following our 2 main characters, Aiden and Lucy. Aiden is a radio show host, and Lucy is a single mom. And one night, she hears her daughter talking to somebody on the phone. She goes in, and her daughter has called into his radio station looking for love for her mom. And so we kind of follow it from there. It is so freaking good. I ate this up. I loved it. I gave this 5 stars. I was not a fan of B.K. Borison's Love Light Farm series, but this, top tier. And then I decided I was going to read not then. These are so out of order, but so I got this book off a TikTok shop. This book is Hello Quarterback by Kelsey Haas. This whole series has plus size FMCs, and so this one is about a plus size CEO and a quarterback of a football team. And so they start fake dating because she thinks that dating him will kind of get her ahead and have people look at her and be like, hey, we need to listen to what she's saying because she's serious. And then he's trying to, you know, appease his coach because his coach tries to set him up with his daughter, and he's like, I don't want to date her at all. So he kind of fakes dates her to get the coach off his back, and we follow them from there. I gave this one 4 stars. It was so good. It was so cute. I loved it. So we had a bit of a dark romance kick in March, and so I read God of Wrath many months ago, which is the first book in the Legacy of Gods series. Well, I blazed through the next 3 in March. I read God of Pain, God of Wrath, and God of Fury. Each of these follows a different couple, and so we'll just go one by one. I gave all of these between 4 and 5 stars. So first we have God of Pain. I gave this 4.5 stars. We are following Creighton and Ava, or Annika. We are following Creighton and Annika, and so good. Creighton is kind of quiet, you know, doesn't talk much, and Annika could talk your head off. Love this so much. The plot twist in this. So, if you don't know about the Legacy of Gods, it's these 2 rival colleges, and you have the heathens at, let me just break out the family tree for you because I'm not, okay. So you have Royal Elite University versus the King's U College, and Royal Elite has all of the like the British people, like, and then the King's U is like all of the mafia people, you know what I mean? So in this one we were following Annika, who is at King's U, and then we are following Creighton, who is at Royal Elite University. They're supposed to be enemies, but this whole series is they're supposed to be enemies, but they love each other. So we have God of Pain, and then I read God of Wrath. This is Jeremy, Cecily and Jeremy's book. Jeremy is Annika's sister. He goes to King's U, and then Cecily goes to Royal Elite. I did not like Jeremy until I read this book. Jeremy got on my nerves. I thought that he was overly protective of Annika, and then I got to this book and I loved him. I gave this one 4.25 stars. I'm really explaining the series absolutely terribly, but if you like dark romance, you should read it. It's really good. All right, then I read God of Ruin. This is Landon and Mia's book. Landon is so completely unhinged throughout the whole entire series, and I love him for that. And I fell in love with him in this book. He is kind of a little bit of a psychopath. He does not show empathy. And through this book, we see a character art of him trying to be better for Mia, and it is so freaking good. I gave this book 4 stars. No, yes, 4 stars. So good. I love this series so much. I have one more book left to read in this series, and I have been putting it off because I don't want it to end. And then finally, we read God of Fury. 5 stars. 5 stars simply because I love Nikolai. I could just read a whole book of just Nikolai's inner monologue. I was laughing. I was angry. I was crying. Like, so freaking good. So the couple in this book is Nikolai and Brandon. This was my first MM romance. I loved this book. I love this book. I think about this book constantly. And I am on the side of TikTok now where I have edits of like people putting together edits of these books, and I never want to leave that side of TikTok. I love every single video that comes across. Oh my goodness, these are my babies. So we are following Brandon, who, check your trigger warnings for all of these, but especially this one, who something happened when he was younger, and he hates himself. His inner monologue made me really sad because throughout the entire book, you know, he's one of those where he puts on this mask that he's happy, but on the inside he is just miserable. He hates himself, and it's just to see him finally accept himself and to see those around him like be like, we love you for you, like you just, it was so good. 5 stars. All right, I read books 2 and 3 in the Shadow a Brides of Mist and Fae novel. And I'm not sure if I'm going to continue this series. There is one more book in this series, but I find myself, right now I don't care. There was one like spicy scene. I think it was in book 3. Which one is book 1, 2, and which one is book 3? There was one spicy scene in here, in one of these, and I cringed the entire time. Sorry, not sorry. It was a little cringy. It was not the best written. So I gave this one 3.75, and I gave this one 3.75. I mean, I enjoy the storyline, but I just don't know, like, I don't know how to explain it about my feelings, but I just don't know if I'm going to read the last one. Definitely not anytime soon. I may go ahead and like finish it out just so I can finish the series, but yeah. So basically we are following our main character, Raina, and she is in this world. You have like these rune marked, and they are able to make staffs, which is what like the Fae characters use for their magic. And she is a gold marked, like a gold rune marked. So she lived in the gold court. I don't even know what. Yeah, gold court. And she made staffs for them. Well, the Prince of the Shadow Court comes in, kidnaps her, takes her away to his court. We don't know why. And by the end of book 3, I still am kind of confused. Can't figure out why, but he kidnaps her anyway. And there's like some trials in here, and we have a romance. It's a lot. It's one of those like where it's a car crash and you can't really look away. So I don't know. Am I going to continue it? I might, but we'll see. I read The Presidential Bargain by Rebecca Gallo. This one was actually really fun. So this is about the Democratic candidate for president, and who he's running against is very much a family man. He's married, has kids, and he doesn't want to be seen as a bachelor anymore. So he goes to this lady and he's like, be my fiance. Let me show America that I am a family man too. It will, and help me, you know, get elected and all this. So we followed them from there. I really enjoyed it. This is a duology. There's one more book in this duology. Will I buy the physical copy? I don't know. But I do want to continue and find out and see how it ends. But I gave this 4 stars. Yeah, really enjoyed it. And why did I buy this book? Because I saw the cover model on TikTok and I just bought it on a whim. So you can see how my brain works. And then we read book 3 in the Red Queen series. I immersive read this, so I read it on audio as well as reading it physically. So if you have not read this series, we were following our main character, Mare Barrow. And in this world, you have the red bloods and the silver bloods. The red bloods are just like you and me. They are normal. They have no powers. Silver bloods are like elite. They are born with powers. And we come to find out that there are red bloods that have powers. They don't know how they got these powers. They don't know why they have these powers. But the silver bloods does not like them. And there is a, what is the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it. But we have, you know, people that are trying to fight the system. And so I really enjoyed it. The ending of this part, like the twist. I have one more book to read in the series, and if it doesn't go the way I want it to, I'm going to be highly, highly angry. We read Pucking Wild by Emily Rath. This is the second book in the Jacksonville Race series. So we are following Tess, and why do I want to call him Ryan? I don't know why I want to call him Ed. Why did that name pop into my head? I don't know. So we're following Tess and Ryan. Tess is a lawyer. Ryan is on the hockey team. And Tess has, you know, been trying to go through a divorce, but her husband just won't sign the papers. She is Rachel's best friend from book 1. And she comes down to Jacksonville, and we follow her and Ryan from there. It's a spicy good time. It's a spicy good time. We read A Court That's Cruel and Lovely. I have been seeing this all over TikTok, and so I just read it. It's really good. I don't know how to explain it. So basically, in this world, when you are born, the people in this world are born with magic. And when they are born, they have to give up their magic for the gods, and then when they turn 25, they are given part of that magic back. And then you have, what are they called? I forget what they're called. But you have these people that sometimes they're like when they go to give their magic away, it's not taken, and so they end up having it. And when you turn 25, you go in for the test. And if it is shown that you never gave up your magic and you still have it all, they kill you. So we are following, what is the names in here? Priska is, I believe, how you pronounce it. And then I think Lorian, I think that's how you say their names. So we are following our main character, Priska, and she is one of the ones that kept her power the whole time. And it is coming up time for her to turn 25. And so she decides to run away because obviously she can't be found still having magic. And she decides to run away, and she ends up coming up to these bandits or mercenaries. And she says, you know what? My power is I can stop time. And I help you, you help me escape, you know, and they come up with a deal. And we follow them from there. It is really, really good. The plot twists in here, did not see coming. So good. I have the next two. There's 4 books in the series. It is completed. I own the next 2, and then I have not bought the 4th one yet, but I will eventually. I ended up reading Coach by Devney Perry. Amidst all of the dark romance and everything, I was like, you know what, let's read a good sports romance to kind of give you a palate cleanser. So we read Coach by Devney Perry. This is following, they used to be friends. Something happened and they kind of split apart. Now she is coming back to work at, or he is coming to coach. He's coming to coach? Yeah, he's coming to coach at this college. She is working there. They haven't seen each other in over 10 years. And we followed them from there. It was really cute. It was really good. He's a single dad. I highly enjoyed it. I gave this 4 stars. We read Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. And I am part of the minority on this that I loved this. I have heard a lot of people saying that they did not enjoy this, that this was not their favorite. I loved this book. So we are following a swimmer and a diver. And the kink and stuff that was talked about in this, not as prominent as I thought it was going to be for how much people complained. But it's like a dom sub type. So if, you know, anyway. So Scarlett ends up going with her friend. It starts with a P, I know that much. But, it's her friend's ex-boyfriend. She's like, we're just not compatible, but oh my gosh, why don't you, go for him? And we follow him for there. So good, so cute. Oh my gosh, I gave this 5 stars. 5 stars. I love this. Other than Check and Mate, I have not seen an Ali Hazelwood book. Well, The Love Hypothesis was not my favorite, but I liked it more than Check and Mate. There has not been an Ali Hazelwood book that I have met that I did not like, so I quite enjoyed this. We read Flock by Kate Stewart. This was a reread for me. I read it years ago, like 2019 when it was indie published, but it has since been traditionally published, and so I wanted to get the traditional copies and annotate and just have a good time. I gave this 4 stars. I ate this up. I read it within like 24 hours. So basically, I guess you could say it's kind of like a Robin Hood-esque retelling. Not really, because through the whole thing you have no idea what's going on, and by the end of it you still have no idea what's going on. So Exodus, the next one, is going to kill me, but I'm going to reread it and I'm going to annotate it, and it's going to rip my heart out, but it's going to be okay. So we're following our main character, Cecilia, and she is coming to live with her dad for the year. She has to work at his company so she can get her inheritance. She has no care in the world at all for any of the money or anything. But she meets Sean, who brings her into his world, and we follow them from there. It is so good. If you want a book that's spicy, that you have no idea what's going on, but you're just here for the vibes anyway, Flock. Then we read Seventh Circle by Tate James. This is a dark reverse harem. And I have read this book before when it was indie published, but I never finished the series. I read the first one and then never continued. So I reread this one so that I can continue the series. This is a completed 4-book series. And the covers are gorgeous. So in this one, we're following our main character, Hades. And she is like a leader of, I don't want to yeah, to the public, her gang is extinct, but in private, they are not. She is the head of it. She is running things. And we are following her and her love interest, her best friend, like that's her second, and another gang's leader. Like, she loves him, but he's like, I'm too old for you. So it's really good. It's really good. And there is some things from her past that are kind of haunting her. And yeah, that was a terrible, terrible way of describing it. But anyway, I gave this 4 stars. Next up, we read Pen Pal by J.T. Geisinger. The plot twist in this blew me away. I had no idea that that is what was going to happen. Go into this blind. Go into this blind. Please go into it blind. I went into it blind and I was not disappointed. From the looks of this cover, you would think it's just your regular dark romance with a nice tattooed man. No, you will be highly, highly surprised. I was highly surprised and I highly enjoyed it. So we were following our main character. I forget her name, but we start off by her burying her husband. He has died in an accident, and she comes home and there is a letter from this man in the penitentiary that was like, I'll wait forever if I have to. And she's like, wait for who? I don't even know who you are. And he only replies with, you. And we follow it from there. I read Graves by Caitlin Taylor. I am currently reading Deceit, which is her like reverse harem trilogy. And I don't know what she puts in these pages, but it is crack. Because I have just been bulldozing through her books. So Graves is like, I wouldn't call it a Y choose because a Y choose is 3 or more. But Zayden and Dominic are twins. And Zayden sets his eyes on our main character. What is her name? Is it Blake? Yeah. Sets his eyes on our main character, Blake. And following her home one night, sees that she's about to be in trouble, unalives the guy, and ends up going to jail. So he says, hey bro, his twin brother, can you keep an eye on her for me? Well, his brother was like, sure. Not only did he keep an eye on her, but he started a relationship with her. And we follow them from there. She ends up, let's just say, spoiler alert, both of them, both, I enjoyed it. I gave this 4 stars. I highly recommend it. If you like why choose-ish, you'll enjoy that. And I think this is the last book we're talking about. I think we have talked about them all. So I read Oaths and Vipers and Virtuosos by Salvar Miller. This is a dark rock star romance. Quite enjoyed it. There is some stalker elements. And so we start off with Riley, and she goes to New York on a school trip, and ended up spending the night with our rock star Aiden. And when she wakes up the next morning, there are some rumors going around. And then when he like tries to hunt her down, I mean, like, did you start these rumors? She just disappears. And we follow them from there. It is so good. It is so good. I highly enjoyed this book. Highly enjoyed it. I ate it up. The first book in the series was okay. This one better. So I'm excited to see how the series goes on, and see if they continue to improve from there. But I gave this one 4 stars. So highly recommend. So yeah, those are the 22 books that I read in the month of March. So yes, leave me a comment down below. What is something you read in March? Did you enjoy it? If you don't know what to comment, but you made it this far and just want to let me know that you hung out till here, put this emoji down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not already, don't forget to like and subscribe, join our bookish community. It would make my day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.